Hello students, in today's session we are going to discuss the next latch. This is S bar R bar latch. So in the last session itself I have told you regarding the latch. Latch is a device, electronic device which is going to store one bit of information. It is capable of storing one bit of information. So now let us go for, this is also SR latch. In the last session also we have discussed SR latch only. So now we are discussing S bar R bar latch. Okay, so this is constructed using NAND gates. Okay, in the previous session we had discussed about the SR latch using NOR gates. See, from now onwards, whatever the flip-flops or latches that we are going to discuss, everything it is constructed using NAND gate. So it need not be that every latch should be constructed using only NAND gate. NOR gate latches can also be constructed, but from now onwards we are going to discuss with respect to NAND gate. So that's why this is the basics for understanding rest of the latches and flip-flops. So that's why we'll discuss S bar R bar latch. S bar R bar latch is constructed which is using two NAND gates. So this kind of connection, it is called as the cross-coupled connection. So there are two NAND gates over here which are cross-coupled. So the meaning of cross-coupled is that both the NAND gates, they will have one of the inputs. So the other input, it comes from the output. So that is what is the cross connection. See, for example, for the NAND gate 1, we have the input as S bar, but the other input, it is Q bar. That is, this Q bar is one of the outputs. So this kind of feedback we are giving over here, and we are getting the output Q. Okay, so here also for the NAND gate 2, we have the input R bar and the output Q is fed back over here and we are getting the output Q bar. So thereby S bar R bar latch, as a block diagram, we are going to represent like this, wherein it has two inputs which are called as S bar R bar, and we have two outputs which are Q and Q bar. So this becomes in the circuit, if you are using SR latch, that is S bar R bar latch, then we are going to represent S bar R bar latch using this symbol, and this becomes the logic circuit. Since we have constructed this S bar R bar latch using the NAND gates, we have to start the analysis. So in order to start the analysis, first we must know the truth table of NAND gate. Okay, here NAND gate truth table is being written over here. So what is NAND gate? It is not AND. Okay, so it is AND gate followed by a NOT gate. So it is not AND. So that combination we are calling it as NAND gate. So here is the truth table. So in this truth table, you could see that for two inputs, it is 0, 0, 0, 1, 1, 0, 1, 1. So it is four different combinations. We are going to get 1, 1, 1, 0. So from the truth table, you could see that we have something over here that is special. So that means you can see that you need to have to see over here. Okay, so here in this combinations, you can see that for first three combinations, okay, so if any one of the input is 0 or both the inputs are 0, we are getting the output as 1. So that means we have to start the analysis from 0. Okay, so irrespective of the other input, if any one of the input to the NAND gate is 0, okay, then we are getting the output as 1. So this is the NAND gate truth table. So we need to have to start our analysis from this truth table. Okay, so here now let us move on in order to see. Okay, so I have told it is NAND gate truth table. So remember NAND gate truth table before going for the analysis. Okay, now let us go for the analysis. So in the analysis, we have the first case that is being taken, S bar R bar is equal to 0. That means S bar is equal to 0, R bar is equal to 0. Okay, so when we give S bar is equal to 0 and R bar is equal to 0, according to NAND gate truth table, we know that if any one of the input to NAND gates, if it is 0, then it will force, okay. So the output of this, what it becomes, so it will force both the outputs to be equal to 1. Okay, so this case it is not allowed. So why it is not allowed is according to the latch. Okay, so it is according to the latch, this particular case is prohibited because the outputs of the latch, they must be complement to each other. See, now for the input S bar is equal to 0, R bar is equal to 0, we are feeding them to the NAND gate. Okay, so according to NAND gate truth table, if any one of the input is 0, it will make the output as 1. Just now I have explained the NAND gate truth table. So when we give the input S bar is equal to 0, R bar is equal to 0, what happens is both the outputs, that is NAND gate output 1 and output of NAND gate 2. So it will force, these inputs are going to force the outputs to be equal to 1. Okay, so this is not allowed in our latches because as per the definition of the latch, okay, our outputs Q and Q bar, they must be complement to each other. So thereby this input S bar is equal to 0 and R bar is equal to 0. This is not allowed, or it is prohibited case, or it is, we can call it as invalid, or it is indeterminate state. It is forbidden state. Okay, so this is how we are going to explain the first case, that is S bar is equal to R bar is equal to 0. Right? Okay, now let us move on in order to go for the next case. So this is our next case. So in this case, we are taken S bar is equal to 0 and R bar is equal to 1. Okay, so here S bar is equal to 0 and R bar is equal to 1. So now, as I told, we need to have to start the analysis where 0 is present. Okay, because according to NAND gate, when any one of the input is 0, it will make the output as 1. Okay, so we have to start the analysis from the first NAND gate. Since S bar is equal to 0, we are getting the output as, here it is, we will get the output. Okay, so this output will get Q is equal to 1 over here. Okay, because S bar is 0. Since S bar is 0, we are getting Q as 1. So that 1 appears over here. Okay, here it will appear 1. And here R bar is also 1. This Q is also 1. If both the inputs are 1, we'll get Q bar is equal to 0. Okay, we'll get Q bar is equal to 0. Okay, so what happens is, so when this Q bar, when it goes to 0, so both of them 0, 0, obviously we'll get Q as 1, right? So till there, actually that becomes the next feedback. So we are not going for it. Just what we do is, we start our analysis from one of the inputs, that is 0. Okay, so here we have given S bar as 0 and R bar as 1. So we need to have to start the analysis from NAND gate 1. So when any one of the input is, initially you are not supposed to consider this one. Don't consider this. Okay, consider only S bar is equal to 0. So when any one of the input is 0, irrespective of the other input, we are getting Q as 1. Okay, so we are getting Q as 1. So that one appears over here, and R bar is also 1. So thereby both the inputs are 1, 1. According to NAND gate truth table, we are getting Q bar as 0. Okay, so this condition, that is S bar is equal to 0 and R bar is equal to 1, it will make Q is equal to 1. Okay, so it will make Q is equal to 1. Obviously Q bar as 0. This state of making Q is equal to 1, this is called as the set state for the latch. Okay, so it is called as when S bar is 0, R bar is equal to 1, it will make Q as 1 and Q bar as 0. If Q is 1, then we call that state as the set state, right? Okay, this is the analysis that we need to have to do. Right, now let us move on in order to see the next case. See, in the next case, what we'll do, we'll interchange S bar and R bar. Okay, so when we interchange S bar and R bar, now we are taking S bar is equal to 1 and R bar is equal to 0. Now from which NAND gate we'll start our analysis? We need to have to start our analysis from the NAND gate 2. So why we need to have to start our analysis from NAND gate 2 is because one of the input to the NAND gate 2 is 0. So here it is 0. So irrespective of the other input, it will make the output as 1. Okay, so R bar is 0 over here. Okay, so this is 100% that we are giving R bar as 0. Here we are giving S bar as 1. So irrespective of the other input, so the NAND gate output 2, it will be equal to 1. That means what? Q bar is 1. So this Q bar is equal to 1. We need to have to consider over here. So S bar is also 1. If both the inputs are 1, obviously we are getting Q as 0. This is according to NAND gate truth table. So thereby, how we need to have to start? We have to start the analysis wherever 0 is present, because this is NAND gate. Okay, so for NAND gate, when any one of the input is 0, output is 1. If both the inputs are 0, then also output is 1. So thereby, we have to start the analysis from NAND gate 2. So here one of the inputs is 0. So thereby, we are getting Q bar as 1. So that one we need to have to take it over here. So S bar is also 1. Both the inputs become 1, 1. So if both the inputs are 1, 1, we'll get Q as 0. So when we give S bar as 1 and R bar as 0, we are getting Q as 0. Okay, so this will make Q as 0 and Q bar as 1. This state, it is called as the reset state. Okay, we are making Q is equal to 0. So in previous state, it may be anything. Okay, but when we give S bar is equal to 1 and R bar is equal to 0, it will make the flip-flop in order to reset. The meaning of reset is we need to have to get Q as 0. If we are getting the output Q as 0, that particular state, it is called as reset state. Okay, so when we give the inputs, S bar is equal to 1 and R bar is equal to 0, we are getting Q as 0 and Q bar as 1. Since Q is 0, this particular state, it is called as the reset state. Okay, so now let us move on in order to see the last one. Here is the last one, last case. So in this case, it is S bar is equal to 1 and R bar is equal to 1. Okay, so S bar is 1 and R bar is 1. So now, in order to start our analysis, we need to have to start from 0. Is it not? So because of this, we have to assume few things over here, because when S bar and R bar both are equal to 1, this particular state, what we get, it is the no change state. So in order to show the no change state, we have to assume few things over here. What we are assuming here is, okay, here we need to have to assume the first thing that we are assuming is Q is equal to 1, okay, and Q bar as 0. Okay, this is what we are assuming. Okay, so here we have given the input as S bar is equal to 1 and R bar is equal to 1. Both the inputs are 1. We can't start the analysis because both are 1, 1. According to NAND gate, we need to have to start the analysis from 0. Is it not? So this is the no change condition that we are going to get. Since we are getting this no change, we have to assume Q and Q bar. So let us assume first Q is equal to 1. So obviously q bar will be 0. If q bar is 0, then what happens is we have to start the analysis from NAND gate 1. So here what happens? Q bar is 0, right? So here it is 0 and here is 1, right? So when any one of the input is 0, output is 1, right? So we are getting Q as 1 and that Q will appear over here to NAND gate 2 and both the inputs are 1 1. So thereby we are getting 0 over here. So what happened? We assume the state as Q is equal to 1 and Q bar is equal to 0. Is it not? And after this, after giving S bar is equal to 1 and R bar is equal to 1, it is not changing the state, because after that what we did the analysis, we are going to get Q is equal to 1 and Q bar as 0 itself. That means it retains its state. This is what we call it as. That means it is going to retain the previous state, because we assume Q as 1 and Q bar as 0, and after the analysis also it is showing Q is equal to 1 and Q bar as 0. That's why we say that when we give the input S bar is equal to 1 and R bar is equal to 1, it is not going to change the state. It retains the previous state. This is also called as hold state. Okay. So now let us assume one more thing. So in the previous case, what did we assume? Q as equal to 1 and Q bar is equal to 0. Is it not? So what shall we do now? So for the next one, we'll take Q as 0. Okay. And Q bar as 1. Right. Okay. Now do the analysis. So when we do the analysis of this kind, what happens is we need to have to start our analysis. We have to start the analysis. How we should start the analysis? We have to start from 0. Is it not? Because here S bar is 1, R bar is also 1. Since S bar and R bar, they both are 1, we need to have to start the analysis from 0. So for that, we have assumed Q as 0. So when Q is 0, what happens is here we are getting 0. That means to NAND gate 2, one of the inputs became 0. So when any one of the input is 0, obviously we are getting the output as 1. Right? We have got 1 over here. So that one, it will appear over here in this particular input. So that is NAND gate 1. Here, what happens to both the inputs? Both the inputs are 1, 1. So as a result of that, we are getting Q as 0. Hope you have understood. So I'll repeat whatever I told just now. We have S bar is equal to 1 and R bar is equal to 1 over here, right? Because this is R bar. Okay, this is R bar, which is equal to 1. Okay, so here we have S bar as 1 and R bar as 1, right? We have to start our analysis from 0. We don't have 0 to any one of the NAND gates over here as input. So what we do is we are assuming the outputs. So because this is no change condition that we are showing over here. So previously we took Q is equal to 1. What we'll do now is Q, let us take it as 0. So because of that, we have to start the analysis from NAND gate 2. So here it becomes 0 because Q is 0 that we have assumed. So if any one of the input is 0, we are getting the output as 1. That means what? Q bar as 1. So that one appears over here. Both the inputs are 1, 1. Thereby, we will get the output as 0. That means what? After analysis, we are getting the same state. That means the latch retains its previous state. This is also known as the hold state. That is no change state. So for S bar R bar latch, what happens is we will get S bar is equal to 1, R bar is equal to 1. We are getting no change state. That means it is going to retain its previous state. That is what is written over here. S bar is equal to R bar is equal to 1. That means there is no change. So this truth table, it will give you all the information. So what all the four cases that we discussed, everything is being put in a table over here. When S bar is 0 and R bar is 0, we saw that it is the indeterminate state. Here it is Q plus means, in the last class itself I have told you what is the meaning of Q plus and Q plus bar. Actually, when we do the analysis, we are considering the previous case and the present case. So Q plus represents the present case because something is present in the previous case. So Q plus represents the present case, okay, present state. So now when S bar R bar both are 0 0, we are getting indeterminate state. When S bar is 0, we are getting Q plus, that is Q as equal to 1. That means we are getting the set state over here. That means when S bar is 0, we are getting Q as 1, which is called as the set state. We'll see the third row. So in the third row, we have S bar is 1 and R bar is 0. When S bar is 1, we are getting Q as 0. This particular state, it is called as the reset state. And when S bar, R bar both are equal to 1, we are getting Q and Q bar. So this Q and Q bar, they are going to represent the previous state. Q plus represents the present state. So Q bar represents the previous state. Q plus represents the present state. That means what is the present state for one input? It is retaining the previous only. That is what is the meaning of Q and Q bar. That means there is no change in the state of the latch. Okay, so here the diagrams are simple, but the thing is, why I have written the for all the cases, why the diagram is being written is, with the single diagram it is quite difficult in order to understand. So because of that, for every input you need to have to analyze it. Okay, so for every input we need to have to analyze. It is the same diagram, but the thing is, for different cases, that is for different types of inputs, we need to have to try to get the output. So thereby, for the same one, we need to have to write the separate diagrams. Okay, thank you, students.